Good morning to you. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me this morning. Today is Friday, February 23rd. It's almost the end of the month, and this is a live English lesson. If you're watching right now at around 9 a.m. New York time or noon in Europe or 11 p.m. in Asia and somewhere in the Middle East, this is a live English lesson on February 23rd. If you're watching this at a different time, it's not live. But hey, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. Please feel free to leave a comment. Hello, Sunny. Sunny. It's not sunny in New York today, actually. It was sunny on Wednesday, but sunny is here. Hi. Ali, hello, 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 hello. Noriko, hi, hi, hi. Wow, everyone's here. So many people are here today. This week was really weird about the weather. On Wednesday, 2 days ago, it was 25 degrees Celsius. That's like almost 70 Fahrenheit. Crazy. Yesterday was 6. Today it's about 9. So unbelievable. Hello from Thailand. Rungrapi. I hope I pronounced Namako. Rungrapi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your name correctly. For today's live English lesson, we have a couple of different things that I would like to show you. We're going to look at how to talk about age, or not to talk about age. We're going to look at the difference between why and how come. Those are questions that you guys asked me. And then I also got a question the other day about what's the difference between used to, be used to, and get used to. Awesome. So we're going to talk about that. That's the plan for today. Hope you like that. If you have a question, you can type that in the chat. Feel free to chat. Pascal, hi. If I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. And if your name is written in non-English characters, then try to write it in alphabet, like to pronounce your name. Say hello. A couple of more hellos, and then we'll get to the lesson. Tian, hello. I'm going to take the TOEFL test in a week. Good luck. Good luck. Don't forget, for TOEFL, you're going to read, write, listen, and speak English a little bit every day before that test. Quetta, hello, hello. Noriko, I see your guitar. Are you going to play some songs for us? If I feel brave, I might. If you guys encourage me enough, I might just play a little song for you. Wow, how cool would that be? All right, let's get to today's English point. First English point is about age. Now, first of all, age is a very, very sensitive topic in American culture. So a lot of times when I was living overseas, students would say, oh, hello, nice to meet you. What's your name? How old are you? That's a little bit too soon to ask that question. So, you should really only ask about age if you know somebody. But the thing is, how to talk about age, okay? So I know that in a lot of languages, people use have, and it translates into English as have. He has 26 years, but that's not correct in English. In English, we use the be verb, and you could either say he is 26 years old or he is 26. If you say he's 26, it means he's 26 years old. All right, that's what that means. That's how that works. So I know that people who speak natively, who speak French, and I think Italian, perhaps, and I believe in Spanish, they say, oh, he has 26 years. But in English, it's he is 26 or he's 26 years old. That's the first point. Please remember that. How about your language? A lot of people here on the chat. Let me know what you think about that. All right, who else is here? Justice from Casablanca. Casablanca, Morocco. Casablanca is my favorite movie. And if you've never seen Casablanca, that's your weekend plan. I highly suggest that. It's a great movie. Hello to you, Yukiko. Hi. It's the same in Japan. I thought so. Hello, Jose. Hi, Michael. I'm going to Newark. Do you think it's a big deal? Newark Airport or Newark the city? Newark the city, I'm not sure exactly what to do there, but Newark Airport is one of the New York area airports. So it's pretty close. It's pretty close to New York City. I think you can get to New York City from Newark Airport about 30 minutes by train. So it's a good way to fly, and it's usually a little bit cheaper. Spanish, they say I have years, but in Japanese it's quite different. That's true. All right, so next point is, what happened to the screen? Oh, I see. The next point is on why and how come. Why? Why and how come have the exact same meaning. When you want to ask the reason, you could say why. Oh, oh, you like to, I don't know, you like to, well done steak? Really? Why? But sometimes for native English speakers, especially us Americans, why is too direct. It's too straight. And so instead of saying why, we use how come. And how come is an indirect way to ask why. How come is more friendly than why. How come is more conversational than why. So, and how come is really easy to make the question, because all you have to do is say how come and then put a sentence. You could do like, how come you are late? You're late. How come you are late? How come you don't like coffee? So there's nothing to change, right? Instead of saying you are late, why are you late? You have to, with why, you have to change the verb and the subject, right? But with how come, you don't. So you could take any sentence, put how come at the beginning of the sentence, and make a question. Oh, you like well done steak? How come you like well done steak? Why do you like well done steak? Now, I know that's very, very straight. That's very, very direct. Even if I don't use that kind of body language, oh, why don't you like steak? Why do you like well done steak? It feels like I'm angry with you or accusing you, but oh, how come you don't like well done steak? How come is very light and very conversational. All right, so if you haven't learned how come before, this is the first time, awesome. Please try that, okay? And the next time somebody does something unusual or unexpected and you want to know the reason, you can ask, hey, how come? Michael, how come you like coffee? I don't know. All right, that's that. Shweta, hello, hello. Casa is a beautiful city. I've heard that. Roger, hi. Hello, Brazil. We have the equivalent of Mandarin Chinese. Really, Tian? I did not know that. Very interesting how some languages have similar patterns. Dr. C.J. Victor, hi. Is there any natural pronunciation for what's your name? 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 What's your? Your is usually pronounced as your, naturally. What's your name? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? What's your? What's your sounds like a ch, sound. What's your? What's your? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? Oh, my name is Michael. Oh, you knew that. All right. Who else is here? Yakobe Momo. Hello. Thanks for joining us. All right. So that's that point. Let's move on to the next point, shall we? All righty. Used to, be used to, used to, be used to, used to, be used to. So many people get these confused. The key is the be verb. Be verb. Or not the be verb. The be verb, the be or not the be. Hey, that sounds like Shakespeare. Used to. I used to smoke. I used to smoke. I used to smoke. Used to. I used to smoke means a long time ago, I had a habit. That habit was smoking. Now, I don't have that habit. If there's a habit or a situation that existed in your life in the past, but now it doesn't, you can use used to. I used to live in Brooklyn. I don't live there now. I used to listen to heavy metal. Heavy metal. But I don't now. I used to. So used to means I did that in the past, but now I don't. Okay? How about you guys that are watching right now? Is there something that you used to do? Why don't you leave a comment in the comments and let us know? I used to exercise more. Yes, 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 yes. Me too. Me too. Marcelo, hi. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the lesson here. By the way, if you do like the lesson here, please tell your friends. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out myhappyenglish.com, where you can find lots of English lessons, including 470 podcasts. Oh my God. All right, so used to. I used to smoke means I did that in the past, but now I don't. Be used to is totally different. It's totally different. So sometimes you have a new experience. For example, my friend Jack. My friend Jack was born in England. In England, they drive on the right side of the car and on the other side of the road, opposite to America. I think you drive this in Japan. People also drive on the right side of the car and on the right side of the road. So when Jack came to America, wow, it's hot. My God. Driving here was uncomfortable and new. It was uncomfortable and new. But after a few months, it became natural and more normal. Jack didn't feel that it was uncomfortable. Jack didn't feel that driving here was new. In that case, we could say Jack is used to driving in the USA. Jack is used to driving here. It's not new or different or unusual for him. It's comfortable now. He's used to it. The first time I tried to do a live YouTube lesson, I was so nervous. But now I'm more used to it. Oh, the sound is low again. We have sound troubles. Try that again. Hello, hello. Now I'm more used to it. And so it's comfortable for me now. So when something is, at first it's new and a little strange, maybe a little weird, and then over time it gets easier or it gets more comfortable, you can say, I am used to it. My friend Jenny is a Windows computer lover. I'm going to turn up the sound a little bit more. She usually uses a Windows computer, but she just bought a Mac. She has a MacBook. And it's different. If you've ever tried to use a Windows computer and then a MacBook, it's different. So it took her a few weeks, but finally she is used to using a MacBook. It's comfortable now. It's not new and strange. It's very comfortable. So that's the difference between used to and be used to. Used to talks about an old habit, a past habit. Be used to talks about right now, how do I feel about something which at first, a while ago, was new and uncomfortable and weird. And then we have get used to. So as you've probably learned, get has many meanings. But one of the meanings of get is become. So it's getting warmer. It's getting nicer outside if it went from rainy to sunny. So get means become. And we can use get used to show the process. So I mentioned my friend Jack. At first, it was difficult for him to drive in America, but it took a few months and he got used to driving here. It took a few months to get used to driving here. In other words, it took a few months to become comfortable driving here for him. So it took a few months to get used to it. Jen got used to the MacBook in a few days. She got used to it. So she became accustomed to using the MacBook. That's what that means. Noriko said, I'm used to speaking in front of many people. That's right. Noriko, who's joining us here today, you can find her at happy_piton on Instagram. And also we are doing a podcast together about using English at home. So if you have children, if you're interested in using English at home with your kids, check out our podcast, and that's called English at Home Fun. So that's that. Dr. CJ Victor, English language has a large vocabulary and think people don't know half of it. Why, when I speak with my friends from the Bronx, I always notice something different in English? I don't think it's about the Bronx. I think it's because that when you study English in your country, you might just have a kind of a closed world of vocabulary, whereas in everyday speaking, native speakers use a very, very wide vocabulary because they've grown up with that. Think about your own language. You're a native speaker of some language. Have you ever met somebody trying to speak your language? If you have a friend who tries to speak your native language, they probably use the same phrases and the same expressions and the same vocabulary all the time because they're not a native speaker. They don't have that. They didn't read books as a child in your language. And so it's the same thing with English. So, about vocabulary, a lot of people ask me, oh, well, what can I do about vocabulary? How do I improve my vocabulary? Well, one thing that you can do is to read. Reading is a great thing in English to help you improve your vocabulary and also to help you remember vocabulary. Because it's kind of like this. I know this many words, but I only use this many. I know this much, I use this much. Something like that. So you know a lot of words, but every day in English you're only using or you're writing with this much. So that's because the other section, the other part of the vocabulary that you have in your head is kind of like sleeping. I've learned it, but I just don't use those words. So when you read, reading is great because reading is going to help you keep all that vocabulary alive, and then you have a better chance of using that when when it comes time to having to speak in English. So that's the point there about vocabulary. So read, friends, read, read, read. I've gotten used to Elani is less English. Good. Paolo, do you think going to Newark is a big deal? No, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's an easy deal. You can get there by train. So it's an easy way to come to from Virginia. All righty. So I think, what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is all of the words that you know. That's your vocabulary. So if you speak your language and English, you have two vocabularies. You have all of the vocabulary in your language and all the vocabulary that you know in English. Okay. All right. As far as As far as having a past, as far as being nervous, as far as means regarding. So as far as this lesson, regarding this lesson, I think we're kind of out of time. Oh my God, it's 20 after, and I have to get ready for a class here at Happy English because I also teach private English lessons here in New York. So that's it for today's English class. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate that. Let me put that button. There we are. Thank you all for joining me today for this live English lesson. I'm going to be doing one more live English lesson next week, Tuesday. Today's the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. At 5 p.m. in New York time, I'll have a special announcement at that time about the month of March. And so please join me then. And last night, I released podcast number 470, if you want to check that out. It's phrasal verbs with over. Please go to myhappyenglish.com. You can check that out. Remember to subscribe. I really appreciate it when you subscribe to this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And that's it. See you guys next time. Bye.